I'm so excited, can you tell? Because I'm releasing my first ever quad Cortex capture pack of the wonderful Lichtlaerm Audio Prometheus amplifier. And the captures came out so good. Let's start right away with the demo so you guys can hear how it sounds. Check it out. Awesome, that sounded nice. So you heard two captures. The first capture was shot with my real cabinet, my ENGL 4x12 XXL loaded with V30s. I got this cabinet recently and it's absolutely amazing. In fact, right now it's the only cabinet I have and the only one that I need because I love how it sounds. And then after that you heard a direct capture that I shot with my load box. Now the pack includes 13 captures that were shot with the actual cabinet and 12 direct captures that you can use with your own IRs or with the stock cabinets. I wanted to make everybody happy with this pack basically, and that's why I included both. So the real cabinet files, they sound killer and you just plug in and go straight away. And the direct files are for people who like to use their own cabinets and to sort of tailor the sound to their own personal liking. Now I want to quickly talk to you about this pack, how I made it and how I arrived at this point. For a while now, I've been wanting to make and offer more quad Cortex captures because the last couple times when I tried it, the accuracy was really good and it just sounded really good. And I also really like the workflow of the quad Cortex and how you can incorporate captures, multiple captures in one preset and move them around and all that stuff. So I've been really itching to try that again. And obviously I have a lot of amplifiers to potentially capture. But I didn't just want to do it. I only wanted to do it if I could get some really great results. And that's what I'm getting right now. So I'm super stoked about that. Then came the Lichtlaerm Audio Prometheus. This amplifier over here, easily one of my top 5 amplifiers. It's that good. I reviewed it on the channel recently, so definitely check out that video if you're interested and to learn more about this amplifier. This amp has a lot to offer, but above all, it just sounds amazing. It sounds so thick and killer. And it has some controls that make it really versatile. For example, it has the cut control that you can use to tighten up the tone. And of course, I'm adding that control into the captures. And for what it's worth, Daniel from Lichtlaerm Audio is cool with everything. And he has allowed me and other capturers to use the official name and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Thanks to you, Daniel. He just wants people to experience the sound of his unique amplifier. So that's great. But definitely do keep an eye out for the actual amplifier in the real world because it's an absolute joy to play through. Anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, this cabinet was delivered and immediately when I plugged it in, I was like, this is my cab. It's super heavy, but it sounds so good. It has a very nice roar to it and it stands very tall inside of a mix. So I did a couple of tests with the Prometheus through this cabinet, mic'd it up with a single 57, and I got some killer results. Take a listen. Sounds cool, right? This cabinet sounds so mean. Love it. It's like the perfect cab tone for me personally anyway. And it's amazing how huge a single 57 can sound when you place it in the proper position. Anyway, so I thought I need to capture this setup because it sounds way too killer. So I shot some clean captures, I shot some vintage mode captures, which are basically crunch captures. And I also shot various captures of the high gain channel, so that's the modern mode of the lead channel. And I did the bright switches as well as an option, as well as some positions of the cut control. So 1 is the thickest tone with cut control a little bit lower, and 2 is a bit more tight and a bit more modern. Now this amplifier has a preamp defeat function, which basically bypasses the preamp completely so that you can use this amp as a power amp, and I even shot captures of that. So you can use that with your preamp captures or your actual preamps and whatnot. Really cool. So I was really pleased with how these captures came out. These were in fact the first captures that I ever made with a real cabinet, so I'm super excited about that. However, my usual workflow is going direct. So with the load box, I really like that because of the fact that you can change the IRs or the cabinet afterwards. So I also shot 12 captures with my Fractal Audio LB2 reactive load box. And all those captures also turned out amazing. In fact, I can't believe how accurate they all sound. I'm really impressed, and I'm loving the quad Cortex a lot right now. Now keep in mind that I made the direct captures with my own hammer IRs in mind, primarily the low-tuned essentials for the heavy stuff especially. So I would recommend using those if you want to get close to how I intended the files to sound. But of course, you can also just load your own impulse responses or the stock cabinets. Okay, so let me explain quickly how I arranged the files into 4 presets. There are 2 presets that include all the captures that were shot with the XXL cabinet, and also 2 presets that include all the captures that were shot with the load box, so the direct files. Now for each of the shooting methods, there's 1 preset for the clean and crunch tones, and then also a preset for the high gain captures. And for the direct captures, I just loaded up one of the stock cabinets that sounded good to me, so that you guys can play through them through a cabinet straight away. So what I basically did is I made 8 scenes in the presets, and you can go through the scenes and then try all the different shades of tone that the amplifier has to offer, basically. And then the final 1 or 2 scenes or so, I added like a reverb or a boost, just for fun, you know? Now all the switches, like the bright switch, all that stuff is labeled in the file name. So BR means the bright switch, and then BR2 is the bottom position, which adds a little bit more bite in the mids, and the BR1 is the top position, which is basically just the treble frequencies which are boosted. And when there's no BR, the bright switch is off. And for the clean channel, you've got brilliant and warm. And then, of course, the preamp defeat. And then if the file says 1 at the end, the cut control is a little bit lower for a bit more of a thick tone. And with the number 2 at the end, the cut control is turned up for a more tight and modern tone. Anyway, so if you get this pack, I recommend just downloading the 4 presets. Don't worry about the separate captures just yet. Plug into your quad Cortex and play those 4 presets and just switch through the scenes, okay? That will make everything easy and consistent, basically. Okay, I'm talking way too much. Now I'm going to plug in my guitar and play a little bit through some of the captures that are included in the presets. Oh yes, they sounded killer, right? So since this is my very first Neural DSP Quad Cortex capture pack, I just want to see how this goes. I don't have a website just yet, but if there is enough interest, I'll definitely do more packs, and in that case, I might have to start up a website. And if there is interest, I'd be very happy to do more because I really enjoy the process, to be honest. Now, to purchase this capture pack for 25 euros, send me a private message on Instagram or Facebook, so the Sonic Drive Studio pages, and also follow me on the Cortex Cloud. And then I'll send some instructions and hook you up with the captures. And I can't wait for you to try them because they sound so good. And I want more people to experience these captures and this wonderful amplifier by Lichtlaerm Audio, the Prometheus. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you found it useful. If you enjoyed it, please hit a like and subscribe down below. So that really helps the channel out. And let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on these captures. And if you've tried them for yourself, let me know how they sounded in your hands. Of course, you can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching and hope to see you soon. Cheers.